Hmm.
I'm Will.
And I'm Jack.
And this is the Java experiment in the library.
Welcome.
I really felt like that was a Sean and Gus moment
I don't know what that means.
from Psych. Did
Never
you ever
seen
watch?
Yeah.
Come on, son. For real?
I've seen like one episode. Yeah, not my cup of tea.
Did you like The Office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Office was good, obviously.
I've been rewatching it a little bit.
You're always rewatching it.
Well, for a while I couldn't because they took it off all the apps. But then, Peacock TV, have you heard of that? It's
Yeah.
was it by NBC?
Yeah, NBC.
Well, one of my favorite shows is Yellowstone. One of the greatest shows of all time. Up there with Breaking Bad. Up there.
Wow.
You need to watch it. Chris Giuliano didn't believe me. And I was like, bro, you need to watch it. He's on episode 4. He's like, dude, this is amazing. It sucks
you
you
told
in,
me to watch
in the
it,
first 20 minutes.
Oh.
You're like, I need to binge the entire show. No, I'm serious. If you... Dude.
I don't like shows like that as much as comedy shows.
Bro.
That's the thing.
The show would... Dude. The character development and the suspense and the drama, it's not like a foofy drama like some of the stuff I watch. I'll admit it.
This is us.
Heartland and Grey's Anatomy and This Is Us, some of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Gonna throw it out there. I like a good heartfelt show.
Can't stand
where
that.
the main character dies from cancer. And
See,
everybody
why
cries.
would you want to watch that?
I love stuff like that. But this show is not like that. This show's like a modern day BA Western film. It's modern day. There's the reservation. There's big oil companies. And then there's this old time rancher who's had 1 million acres in his family for 100
Yeah, I know
years.
what it's about, dude. It's
And they will kill anybody who messes with them.
It sounds like your perfect show.
Bro,
Yeah.
they somebody talks to them sideways and they kill them. I mean, it's like Sons of Anarchy and Breaking Bad. It's up there. It's good. You gotta watch it. Anyways,
Okay.
so me and Jack were like, hey, since we haven't done a podcast in a while, we just did our intro podcast.
Yep.
Our not intro, our
Season 3.
Season 3
Episode
kickoff.
1. Yep.
And then we were like, what should we do? We should do a rapid fire, because that's kind of a thing right now. Was my idea. I don't usually come up with very many ideas.
Everything else we've done on the show has been my idea.
I do come up with a lot of ideas. Jack shuts a lot of them down.
Yeah.
Let's do a podcast episode from the top of a tree stand. Jack's like, that's stupid. No. That's not possible with cameras and lights and all this stuff. So, one of my hunting podcasts did this rapid fire thing. It was obviously a little bit different because they were like, oh, what's your cold weather system? And they broke it down. And it's whatever. But I had to translate.
What's your cold weather system? I don't know. Don't have
Jack's
one.
like, I don't go out of the house. It's cold out.
Yeah, it's cold. I'm staying in.
And I'm
drinking coffee.
Sicko base layer, darn tough wool socks. And, I know. Anyways, so I was like, this will be fun. We'll at least do 5 questions apiece. I'll go first. I'll do the first question, and then Jack will do one for me. They might be rapid answers that you could probably answer.
Yeah, you might need to elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, you might need to elaborate. I don't really care.
Yeah. And they're different too, so I don't know what he has, and he doesn't know what I have for questions, so this will be interesting.
I think I told you one of the questions because he didn't know what to ask. And the problem is we know each other really well.
Yeah, so coming up with questions that like somebody who doesn't know us might ask
We're
is
best
hard.
friends, and we've never gone longer than like a week without talking our entire lives. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. The longest I've ever been without Jack is the 2 years I was alive that he wasn't.
That's true. Good point.
That's it. That's it. All right. Mac or PC now that you have both?
That's a good question. Mac.
But like, is
For
it
sure.
that terrible?
For what?
PC.
For what I use it for, so video editing, editing pictures, anything like that, anything with After Effects, everything runs smoother on a Mac. So for me, it's got to be Mac. I have a really nice PC setup at work, and I have a whole bunch of issues with rendering video and stuff.
That sucks.
The PC at work's worth a lot more than my Mac Mini at home, but I still prefer the Mac
Oh, you
Mini.
did end up getting a Mac Mini?
Yeah, and I love it. It's
You have to show it to
fantastic.
me. I want to see it because I want to get one for my house.
You should. It's fantastic.
Because I'm more of a, because I use like my iPad in my truck. You know, I use my iPad even in my house a lot. It's kind of like whatever. But like Nikki likes her MacBook Pro for photo editing because she does like some photography on the side.
Mm-hmm.
She
you have to
She
have
does
a
like
Mac.
engagement photos and stuff.
You gotta have a Mac for that.
Yeah, she loves it.
Just runs so much smoother.
But I would be
It's the best.
totally cool. At our house, we're gonna have a guest room / office.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like totally cool with having like a Mac Mini up there that I can just like hop on, check my email, you know, watch a couple YouTube videos. No, I don't do anything crazy. So like I think Mac Mini would be totally
Well,
fun.
and the new Mac Mini has the new M1 chip.
Yeah, which
and
I
it's
heard
a
is super
beast.
fast.
It's a beast, dude.
Super
I love
fast.
it.
So
Yeah.
I'll probably run that.
All right. So my first question would be, what do you think is the best video game ever made?
Ooh, that's a good question. Age of Empires.
That's what I would say. I'm surprised you would say that though.
I loved that game.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah,
I
but
could still play it all the time.
The best ever made.
I mean, it's really good. I would say it's my favorite PC game ever.
I'm talking anything. Could be PC, PS4, Xbox 360. Literally any game. What do you think is the best game ever played?
Best game I've ever played. Man, that's tough. I'm really bad at answering questions like this because I have like categories.
Yeah.
I
It's
categorize
not
things.
exactly a fair
Like
question.
Age of Empires was great as a kid. Like
Yeah.
it was so sick, and it taught me a lot really because like you had to like build an economy as well as building an army, and like you couldn't really do one stronger than another because you
Right.
get destroyed. So it's like it kind of teaches you some basic things.
Yep.
Like you need farms for food. Like it's kind of cool. And we just had a blast playing it. We'd stay up all night playing it. It's probably the first game I ever stayed up all night playing.
that's probably true. Same for me.
But then like solo games, Red Dead Redemption 2 was amazing. Like graphics wise,
Yeah.
like I've never actually beat it. Like I've played
Huge game.
I've played it through, but like they keep adding missions and stuff. I could go back and there's probably like 2 updates.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in here or whatever.
It's really cool.
And then I love playing Warzone with my buddies now,
Mm-hmm.
but like taking it back, Modern Warfare 2 all day long. Greatest Call of Duty ever.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Cool.
yeah. I know it's kind of like a cheat answer because like
That's what everybody
I
says.
would also say like Assassin's Creed.
Right.
Like I loved playing Assassin's Creed.
Right, but they're all different categories.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, that's a solo.
I would say honestly, if I had to pick one though, one game ever that I spent a bunch of money on, bought the premium pass, and put a lot of time into was Battlefield 4. Loved
Yeah.
that game. It was the first ever game. Like I had a job, I like pre-ordered it, like went all in before it even came out. Battlefield
Right.
4, that's my final answer.
All right, cool.
And it kind of took off again recently, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, weird.
Like a bunch of people are playing it again because Battlefield 2042 is coming out. So they
Makes
literally
sense.
added a bunch of new servers back on Battlefield 4 and did an update. It's like it's like a 7-year-old game. No, it's older than that because it came out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
It came out in 2013.
All right. Question number 2 for you.
Um,
No.
I don't want. I was gonna ask a question, but what is your coffee system?
Okay. Good question. So I have a Hario V60, size 2, and I have the little, I guess you call it decanter to collect the coffee.
Oh,
Um,
that's the word.
so-
That's the name of it. Decanter.
I don't know what it is, something like that, or serving glass, whatever. So that's the two that I use, and then I have a hand grinder from 1Z Presso. Works
Just,
really
like,
good.
Top hand grinders ever.
Yeah, works very good. And I use the Fellow Stag for my water kettle.
Which is super nice kettle.
Yeah, it's got a nice gooseneck and it works great.
What's your scale?
Oh yeah, and the scale is the Hario V60 drip scale.
Nice. Man.
Yeah, that's the setup.
Man.
And the beans are from Onyx.
Because I feel like we've mentioned pieces of your system. I don't think we've ever just like named out this, and this.
Right. Yeah, that was a good question. That is my system.
Cool.
And Will's actually drinking some Onyx coffee right now.
And it's really good. It's from Kenya. And
Yep.
I'm not usually a Kenya guy. Because the Kenya from Starbucks is terrible.
Okay, dude. Don't compare this to Starbucks.
But I don't think I've ever had another Kenya besides
okay.
that one. That's what
Okay. Well, this is a real Kenya. Whatever
I
Starbucks
really-
they're single origin.
This is very good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Next, go order your single origin there. It's the best.
It's the best. All right. My second question would be: would you rather have a fine wine or a nicely aged Scotch?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah. No.
Scotch, for sure. Yeah, a good Isle of Scotch all day long. A Lagavulin 16 or a Lafroig 10 cast strength. Yeah, I really like Cabernet Sauvignon, but I would prefer Scotch. So,
Fair enough.
and if I was gonna spend money, like wine's like a one night ordeal.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you spent $100 on a really nice bottle of wine. Now it's gone.
Right. Scotch. you can-
$100 bottle of Scotch. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, a year later I still have some.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Good point.
Do you game / like video games?
It's a direct question.
Well, yeah, because like you kind of
Yeah, I don't really play very many.
you
video games.
fluctuate a lot though.
Yeah, I'll get into a game and I'll get really good at the game, and then I'll realize how much time I've been spending playing the game, and then I'll just stop playing it for like 2 years.
Yeah, I looked at how much time I spent playing Warzone one time.
Yeah, you told me like this week or last week or something, and it was a lot.
It's embarrassing.
A couple days or something.
156 hours.
Yeah, so.
That's a couple weeks. That's a couple work weeks.
And that's only Warzone. That's not.
That's just Warzone.
Yeah. That's not Modern Warfare. That's
Yeah.
Warzone specifically.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, so for me, I don't really, right now, I'm not really playing any video games. I like playing video games. It's just, my thing is I get addicted to it and then I spend way too much time.
yeah, I'm like that. I just like I won't ever usually completely stop. I'll just go down to like one night a week, or one night every couple weeks.
I just completely
You
shut
just
it
like
down.
cut. You're like I'm not paying for live anymore.
Yeah.
You like won't pay for internet access on your PlayStation, and then
Sure.
like a year
Yeah.
later you might get a new PlayStation. Because you're like, well, I should have a game system, and then a new game comes out that everybody has. You get really good at it, like ridiculous. You're like killing all my buddies and stuff. You're like the best we have on our squad, and then you peace out. And you're
That's
like, yeah, I'm
usually
too good. I'm too good at this game. I need to take a break.
And it's literally, it's
and
not
then
bad.
you never
It's,
play it again.
yeah, it's, yeah.
That's exactly what you did with Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
You got super good at it for like 3 months, and Jack was on like all the time. And
Mhm.
never.
Just murking kids left and
Then
right.
done.
Yeah. Yep. All right. If you could be a character on any TV show,
Whoa.
first of all, what would the TV show be? And the second would be, what character would it be? So, TV show. What TV show would you want to be in? Probably Yellowstone. Or maybe not. I don't know. Breaking Bad. It could be anything. It could be a comedy show.
I am freaking mind blown right now. This is.
And you could pick any show that's ever been out.
I'm gonna go retro. And I'm gonna say MacGyver.
Wow. Okay. And then the character would be MacGyver?
Yeah. I think
Sick.
that'd be sick.
That's not what I was expecting. That's cool.
I think that'd be sick.
That would be.
I like the new shows a lot, but like all of them have like super bad character flaws and stuff because like that's like the vibe we've had the last like 10 years, I would say.
Yeah.
For TV shows. But like MacGyver, like he could do no wrong. He's like perfect. And like he just like the only downside of the only character flaw he had was like he wouldn't use guns, which is stupid.
Right, if you could use them, you might as well.
That was like his thing because his like best friend died when they were like 16 because he shot himself. It was like an accidental shooting. There was a whole episode on it, like season 3, I think.
Wow.
I've watched a lot of MacGyver like over and over again. What's
That's
funny is they actually kind of brought it. Well, there's a whole not the new MacGyver because that's trash.
Yeah, that was. It's like a kid.
It's so stupid. But it's on CBS All Access. If you pay for it, the old MacGyvers are on it too, so you can watch all the old seasons, which is cool.
That was a
So
good
yeah,
show.
MacGyver. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Not
pretty
expecting
happy with
that,
I'm
but
pretty happy with that.
okay.
Would you ever hunt / film hunts? So it's kind of two questions in one. Like, would you ever hunt yourself? And
Good
if
question.
you would or would, and maybe you wouldn't, would you film people hunting because you like film a lot?
I would say I would be more inclined to film hunting than hunt myself, just because I know through watching you how much time and money you have to put into it.
Yeah, but it's like
And
a
I don't-
hobby.
It is,
Like
yeah.
you put a lot of time and money into filming.
Right, but it's an expensive hobby where it's like I don't know if I would necessarily like it as much as I do like filming.
Yeah, okay.
So
You
For
can,
me-
you can only have so many expensive hobbies.
yeah, like my grandpa's always hunted like since I was born, so
Yeah.
I've been around, and everybody that lives over there in Pennsylvania, they all hunt. So I've been around a lot of hunters, and they're cool people. I respect what they do, but I don't think myself that's something that I would want to go sit out in a tree stand for like 7 hours in pouring down rain, waiting for a buck to maybe walk in front of me.
Today's a good day for it, for sure.
Ugh. Yeah, this doesn't really.
Yeah, but
Get me,
I
like-
think you would enjoy filming a hunt.
Maybe that's the thing too. It would depend on how long I would have to be out there shooting.
So just to throw this out there, some information, like a whitetail hunt in New York, it's actually more beneficial to like go out in the morning, sit for like 3 hours maybe, come out like, so you like go out, you get in your tree stand by like 5:45, and you get out of the woods by 9, and then you like maybe take a nap, eat some lunch, and then go out and get in your tree stand by like 3, and sit there till like 6.
That's not that bad. At least you're splitting it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So maybe I would film it. Probably not just regular hunt though.
Well, then you could be like more selective too. You could be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not available to go film today or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just thinking because like I'm gonna have a bunch of property behind my house now to hunt.
And you want me to film you?
Yeah. And I just bought tree stand for
Right.
you. I just bought tree stand for you to sit in.
What?
Yeah.
That's news to me. Okay. What was the last song that you listened to?
Oh, dude, that's a great question. It's called Fancy Like by Walker Hayes. It's a country song. I really like Walker Hayes right now, but this song is like more than a country song. It's like going viral on TikTok and stuff. There's like a whole dance and everything.
Do you know the dance?
Kinda.
Well, copyright infringement.
But this song is like really taking in like.
Oh, I've heard this.
Yeah, so it's like really popular right now, but it's kind of like catchy. So I've just kind of been digging it. So that's the recent song. And
Okay.
what's crazy is the dance is famous. His daughter made the dance on Instagram.
That's cool.
Yeah, so. And he does it. And it's really funny. Like he has 6 kids and a wife, and they homeschool and stuff. And he's like a famous country singer. It's kind of funny.
That is pretty cool.
Okay. Do you read books?
No. I haven't read a book in like
Since you graduated high school. No.
even before that, like like an English
He's like,
book.
I actually didn't read any books in high school.
Like dude, in 11th grade, I
He
remember.
read Spark Notes.
Yeah, literally.
For real.
We would get assigned books for like English 11 or whatever it was, and I would just be like, I'm not reading this, dude. I don't know what it
It's
is.
so funny because that was like the only class I liked.
I used to read a ton of books when I was young, and like the Aragon books, that
Oh,
Lord of the
yeah.
Rings. I've read all those great books, and I liked them, but now it's like,
It is super time consuming.
Yeah.
You think about like putting time into a book, it's like, whoa.
Yeah. I just don't really. Yeah.
Would you ever listen to a book?
I've tried to do that. Don't. It's too boring.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess you don't do anything mundane. Like, I mow a bunch of lawns. I don't really have to think. I put on a book. It takes my mind to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. So that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
makes,
definitely. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you
Like-
don't do anything mundane. Like, when you're doing film editing and stuff, even for work, you have to listen to the
Yeah.
audio.
Yeah.
You can't listen to something else.
No.
So, yeah, most of the work you do, you can't really listen to anything else.
Yeah, and even like the podcasts I listen to, I don't listen to a lot. Like I used to listen to a lot of
Yeah, I don't anymore either.
podcasts, but now like it's just I can't.
It's so repetitive.
I only listen to comedy podcasts exclusively.
No Joe Rogan stuff either.
If it's somebody that I like that he's interviewing.
That's how
yeah.
I do it too, Joe Rogan. I don't listen to every episode. I listen to people I already know.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
like somebody I know has been on Joe Rogan or something that was really good, and they share and they're like, "Hey, my buddy was just on Joe Rogan," and I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, if they're kind of like the same, I bet I would like it."
Yeah, I wouldn't even go that far. If I know the person, I'll do it. Like the last one I listened to was with Quentin Tarantino,
Oh yeah,
Great
I listened to that
episode.
one too. That was cool.
but he's obviously filmmaker. So
Yeah.
for me, and I love his movies.
yeah, I
so
like his movies a lot too.
that. Really gets me
Django
into it.
Unchained, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
Cool.
I
Alright.
don't read books.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. So this is the last question, right? Yeah.
Oh really? I have like a million. Okay.
Well, whatever. Okay. So if you could choose only one that you could drink for the rest of your life, would it be hot coffee or cold coffee? But you can only drink that exclusively for the rest of your life.
Hot coffee.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you can do more with hot coffee, like single origins and stuff. So I don't want to miss out on that.
I mean, you can do cold brew, nitro brew, frappuccinos.
Hot coffee.
Wow.
Single origin and Chemex just like blow everything else out.
I would have to agree, but
Like this Kenya is, I wouldn't want to give this up.
wow. Cool.
Alright, I have more questions for you.
Okay. Will's like, come up with 5, and then he comes out with like 20.
But you took a really long time. Favorite movie of all time, or one of your favorite movies?
Dude, I told you not to ask me.
Or one of your favorite movies.
I don't have a favorite movie. I mean, I think, especially for you and I, one of the funniest movies that I just love watching with you is that gotta be Hot Rod. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen that movie probably like 5 times, and I don't rewatch
At
movies.
least.
I don't rewatch movies.
At least.
But like we've watched that so many times together, and it's just funny every time.
time. We just laugh.
It's hilarious.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, that's
I would
fair.
have to say.
That's fair.
Yeah. And it's because I have good memories like watching with you and like
Yeah.
our friends, so
Yeah,
that'd definitely be.
that's fair. We've like watched it in like large groups of people, of our friends too. Like,
Yeah. People that haven't seen it before.
We're
We're
like,
just
you
like,
gotta watch
"What?"
this. You
Yeah.
guys do this. Yeah, it's like a stupid YouTube channel you found. Like that's how dumb that movie is.
Yeah,
It literally could have been made by YouTube people. It's so dumb.
It's funny though.
Okay. Yeti or ceramic mug? Thing. Whatever you call that thing.
Well, you already know what I'm gonna say. But yeah, I used to have a Yeti, and I would put all of my coffee in there if I was gonna go travel or whatever, and I needed coffee for an extended period of time. But when you do that, you get like that metallic taste the longer it sits in there. So I found out this company Fellow, who makes the water kettle that I use. They make this travel mug that is ceramic coated on the inside. So it tastes like you're drinking it out of a coffee mug. But it's still like the top of it is still sealed with like an O-ring, and it's like an actual seal. So keeps it cold or warm for as long as you need, and you don't have that metallic taste. So for me, I would never go back to a Yeti. Love it.
I have a feeling Yeti's gonna be coming out with something like that because now Stanley makes one too.
Yeah, Chris has it.
Yeah, and I feel like Yeti, because Yeti just released like that metal cup. You know how Stanley has those metal cups on top of their vacuum things? You know that Rambler I have with the Hot Shot cap?
Yeah.
They just released a metal cup that clips onto that.
Oh, cool.
So like, I feel like they're gonna come out with something ceramic soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It
put it
would
past them.
surprise me. It seems to be going a thing. Now, last question: stomach sleeper, side sleeper, or back sleeper?
I'm a side sleeper.
I used to be a stomach sleeper, but now I sleep on my side.
Yeah, same actually. But sometimes, like, if I wake up and like I still have time that I can still sleep, I'll sleep the rest of it. If it's like an hour or so. If I wake up at like 9 or something, and I can sleep until 10.
Yeah,
I'll sleep on my stomach for the last hour.
Same.
I don't know why.
I'll like turn
That's what
over
I do.
onto my stomach.
Yeah.
It's like I just find comfort in the fact that I get to keep sleeping.
Yeah.
That only happens on Sundays.
Yeah, for
But it's
you.
pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's mint, dude.
Cool.
I think we should do this like every few months.
Yeah, because it was a great idea, by the way. So kudos to you for that. But like, I feel like a lot of people. I mean, most of the people that listen to us are friends and family, so you guys know us. But some people aren't. So you guys are probably like, who are these idiots that are just talking about coffee? So this is kind of cool to kind of like connect with you guys.
There's also a lot of stuff that like we know about each other, but even some of our friends listening to us probably don't know because we're not best friends with them.
Yeah, that's probably
They
true.
usually know us or whatever.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
It's kind of one of those things where it's like,
And some of those questions, like I was not expecting those answers. So
really?
yeah,
That's
like
fun.
the TV show one that was
That was a
Out of the
crazy question though. I never.
MacGyver.
No wonder you're coming up with questions took you so long. You like really hard questions.
I was trying to come up with like good thinking questions.
They were really good.
Yeah.
That was solid. That was solid.
Cool. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, let us know.
And order Kenya.
Yes.
From
Check out Onyx. They have
Onyx.
great single origin coffee.
When was this Kenya? Like, do they sell this one on the site?
Yep. I just got that like 2
Because they rotate their single origins a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll recommend one from like Costa Rica, and then it's like gone.
It's gone. Yeah. That's what I love about them too. So I can subscribe to their roaster's choice, and I know I'm never gonna get the same one because after a month's time, those coffees are all gone and new ones are in.
What's that other subscription you have?
Oh, I canceled that, but that was from King's Coast.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, it was good. It's just to me, I'm spending a good amount of money on good coffee, so why not have the best? Like, it's not that much different.
Well, and that's the thing with Onyx is like they do rotate, so like it's not like you're always experiencing something different. So.
Yeah, and I'm honestly like I've had so much of their single origin coffee, I haven't found one yet that I don't like. Every time I've gotten it, I've always been like, this is good.
Wow.
I have some that I like more than others, obviously, but I've never had one that I'm like, this is gross.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
I love their stuff. So
And they tell you some cool stuff like, oh, this has like the notes of raspberry, and
Yeah.
like they tell you some cool info.
exactly.
And their packaging is mint.
Yep.
So
Check them out.
check them out and check out the Java Experiment merch
Yes, on our website.
on Teespring.
Linked in
Link
the
is
show notes.
In show notes and Instagram.
All right, we out.
Out.